This will be a blog style video. I will show you what I have in the fridge. This video will be soft spoken, so follow me. Okay, I'll show you the quick overview from here. And now okay. First, what I want to show you is the oatmeal. Then we store sauerkraut here that I make myself. It is full of probiotics. I will link you below the article where it will explain to you that sauerkraut has more probiotics than the probiotics that you can buy in the store. It is so good and it's so healthy and it's so essential for us, for our health. I do sauerkraut on my own. It's very easy to do. Maybe one day I will show you. Okay, moving on. This is organic tofu, and I make miso soup every day with miso paste that I have below and organic miso. Miso soup is so tasty and it's so healthy. This is the zucchini bread that my husband likes to eat. I don't really like it, but he loves it. This is my style of bread. It is made in local bakery in Vancouver. It doesn't have any yeast added. The next bread is my husband's bread. It's organic, quite healthy, but it does contain yeast. Below we have eggs. We don't eat eggs very often. We try to eat more vegan lately. And we just make omelette once in a while. I like veggies and omelette. Here you can see the ginger root. I make tea with ginger and a piece of lemon. It's my favorite drink. I also like to add lemon to my herbal tea, peppermint tea, or honeybush tea. All the teas that I'm using I will show you a bit later on when we get to cupboards. Lemon is just perfect for tea in my opinion. And now we have some tomatoes, pasta sauce, salsa. I still didn't try it though. This is chicken for our pets. We feed our cat and a dog raw diet. This is chicken with bones and organs that we buy from a local store. It's all organic too. It's good pet food. And this is chicken breast for the cat, so she has some crunch to her diet. Next, those are beets. I really like to cook Ukrainian and Russian borscht. It is kind of soup with beets. It is very delicious. Then avocado. I'm in love with avocados. They're so tasty. When I lived in Ukraine, we never had good avocados. They were brought from European Union, and I don't know why, but they were always so green, so you had to ripen them yourself, but they never taste the same as here. Then we have some peppers. This is the leftover of the broccoli. Here we have brown mushrooms. I also like shiitake mushrooms, but they're more pricey. I don't have them often. Fruit. I love fruit. Apples, pears, oranges, grapes. I love all kinds of fruit. Sometimes I make fruit juices. Apples are so crunchy. I like to steam them, and this way it becomes a great dessert, especially when you add some honey on top. Okay, moving down. Here we have more broccoli, garlic. I'm so obsessed with garlic, like you can't believe. It adds such amazing flavor to dishes. I make my own homemade sauces with garlic. Here more mushrooms, then onion, potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, more lemons, carrots. I love making carrot and apple juice. Cabbage that I usually use for making borscht or sauerkraut. Okay, we covered this part. Now we're gonna move further. This will be a long video, and on this shelf we have cheese. We rarely eat cheese just because we try to eliminate all the dairy. We don't have milk. We use coconut milk instead. And I don't miss dairy. This is white wine vinegar, maple syrup, of course, we're Canadians, almond cashew butter, and soup cubes. They are organic, don't have any bad additives. Those are jams made without sugar. They're made with natural fruit pectin. Sorry, there's some peanut butter on it. So it has just strawberries, concentrated grape juice, natural fruit pectin, and lemon juice, and nothing else. It's very good for you and so delicious. It is made in France. I love everything from European Union. They have really great quality stuff. Then peanut butter without salt added. Next, coconut milk. They often add guar gum and other additives to coconut milk. This brand that we buy, it has just coconut extract and water and nothing else. Made in Thailand. Tastes really good. I like to add to my morning oatmeal. Here we have homemade jams. My mother-in-law makes them. They're made with sugar, of course. Now we have mustard, women's probiotics. I don't take them often because I just eat sauerkraut. Then this vegan tartar sauce, it is so tasty. No bad additives. If you haven't tried, try it. It's really good. This one is chocolate kind of spread, hazelnut spread with cocoa. It is so tasty. But I know why. The main ingredient, organic cane sugar. Now I know why I like it so much. It is like liquid chocolate. I bought it online. I think it's sold on Amazon too. This is some bee pollen that we take once in a while or add to smoothies. Moving down, we have coconut water. I add them as a base for a smoothie. Soy-free coconut aminos. Yeah, I use it instead of soy sauce. Then some ghee, clarified butter. This one I don't like. I tried it once and I just keep it in the fridge. Tamari sauce, gluten-free, organic. Then we have black bean sauce. It doesn't have great ingredients. And we use it very little quantity of it, so it's not so bad. This is not almond oil. This is salad dressing and rice vinegar. Okay. We covered the fridge. Now we're going down. I'll show you what we have here in the freezer. There's a lot of stuff here. This is blackberries, frozen dog and cat food in those white tubes, soybeans, more blackberries in the container. Here we have frozen chicken, cat food, and pink salmon. My husband doesn't like pink salmon, but I don't mind it at all. It has twice less fat than regular salmon, and because it's not so fatty, I can eat much more of this salmon compared to regular salmon. Get chicken, bones for the dog, more beans, frozen cherries. Here we have cabbage rolls that I cooked and froze. Here we have more chicken for a cat. More beans. That's basically everything the same. This is ice for face that I made by boiling some chamomile flowers with water. Then I strained it and froze. It's very good for your skin. Next here we have bananas and squash. I love squash, all kinds of squash. It reminds me of my childhood. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to cook for me something they call kasha a lot. It was made with squash or pieces of pumpkin, some rice and milk, and some sugar. It was so delicious. Now I make it with coconut milk instead of regular dairy. Here we have some spices. My steamer. I use it very often. In the morning I steam my oatmeal. It becomes much more tastier than compared to cooking on the stove. Here the juicer. I told you that I make carrot apple juice. Blender for making smoothies. And we often use scale just because we like to measure how much oatmeal we have every morning, the same amount. Okay, now to cupboards. Here we have something called grechka or buckwheat. And then we have beans. We have rice, we have lentils. We have cornmeal. I really love cornmeal and popcorn that I make myself. This is semolina, or we call it in Russian language manka. This is something I don't make very often, maybe once every 2 months. Here we have our coffee stuff that we don't use anymore because we don't drink coffee anymore. One day I will explain you why and give you my reasons. I find it very important subject. Here we have some green tea, black tea, English breakfast tea, but we don't drink them. It has caffeine, so it's just for guests. Next drawer, full of teas. My favorite, honeybush tea. It is like rooibos tea, but for me it tastes way better and different. My favorite tea doesn't have any flavors, so it just has organic honeybush and organic vanilla extract. I try to avoid flavors in all the packaged food as much as I can. I don't believe it's something healthy for you. I also like peppermint tea. My husband loves peppermint tea. This one has spearmint and peppermint leaves. Tea from local tea shop. Those are really nice tea bags from David's Tea. They're really handy and they look like that they are unbleached, which is nice. Next we have organic rooibos herbal tea. I don't like rooibos much. Whole rosebuds, very interesting taste. Now hibiscus tea. It has a little bit sour taste, so I'm not sure if everybody may like it. And some detox tea, but I don't like it. Turned out to be not very good. Coffee for guests now. Next drawer. Here we have vitamins and spices and oils. This is honey. Now we have some pasta sauce behind, and this is chocolate chips that I'm using in bacon, but I don't bake often, honestly. Some pepper, olive oil. I just put it in this container, so I just don't use much of it this way. Some cayenne pepper, bay leaf, sea salt, and Himalayan salt. Okay, let's start here with honey. That honey has bee pollen in it, some mushrooms dry, coconut oil, manuka honey from Australia. It is very medicinal honey. Then vanilla extract. Then we have hemp seeds and sesame seeds in this container. I use it for salads. Next is true cinnamon. It is called true cinnamon. It's not the regular cinnamon from the store. You can buy it online or in health food store. It doesn't have the same strong flavor as the regular cinnamon, and it has much more health benefits. It is coming from Ceylon, and I really like the taste of the cinnamon way better than the regular one. And you don't use much, so it will last you for a long time. In my opinion, it's really worth it. Then we have flax seeds, ground flax seeds in that red container, goji berries, those red berries. It is considered as superfood. Now, those are thin crisp, like thin crisp breads. Vitamins for me and vitamins for my husband. I also make my own vitamins. I'll show you in a moment. So I take empty capsules and fill it with spices, with ginger, with cinnamon, and with turmeric. And I take it every day, put it in those containers because they don't fit in the main container. Next, I have spirulina powder that I add to my smoothie. This is maca powder. I didn't really like it because I had a strange reaction to it. And I've heard you shouldn't use raw maca powder, so just be careful with it. This is hyaluronic acid that when you become over, I think, 25, your body doesn't produce much of hyaluronic acid anymore. It's good to take because it makes your skin look younger. This is lutein that I'm taking for strengthening my eyesight. Maybe I just spend too much time near computer, but I find it helpful to take lutein and do some eye exercises. Okay, lastly, here we have a big mess, but I'll show you some leftover muesli that I have so rarely. Those are dried bananas, cacao nibs. This is milk chocolate with nuts and raisins. I don't like chocolate as much as I used to before. Next, some sesame seeds for salads. This is dry fruit. I really like making tea with them. If you want me to show you one day, I will. Then coconut flakes. Really good for baking. Kombu is a dry seaweed that I use for my miso soup. It has no additives, and you should always make sure that seaweed has only one ingredient, seaweed. No extra salt, nothing. Seaweed is naturally salty, but this is very different kind of salt. It is not the salt like table salt, which is pure poison. It's not even salt. But sea salt is very healthy and it's essential for our body and for our heart to work properly. Okay, next. Organic oat crackers. They're very plain. They taste like hay. I didn't like them. So it was okay just to try. Next, apple pieces. Dried apples are my favorite. They're really good to have with tea. Here, more coconut flour, baking powder, raisins, and here we have dulce powder. This is like, I think, kind of seaweed, but ground. More seaweed nori that you can find in sushi places. My cat loves seaweed so much, it's really funny. more sea vegetables. This one, wakame, if I pronounce it correct. The same, no extra salt added, so it's safe. Himalayan salt, pink salt, and baking soda. Here we have some leftover spices that didn't fit in the main containers. Those are empty capsules. I told you that I make my own supplements with these capsules. They're sold on Amazon. And when I went to health food store and compared the price for same supplements like turmeric and the cost of making your own supplement turmeric, it was so much less money compared if you just buy it pre-made. It was like 3, 4 or maybe 5 times less cost, so I like saving money, so I just do it myself. Okay, here we have more bacon flour. I try to eat gluten-free if I can. Just gluten is not good with my body. I don't know. Sometimes I have reaction to it, unfortunately. So I prefer gluten-free bacon if I bake at home, or leftovers, semolina, brown sugar, xylitol. This is natural sugar alcohol from trees. I also used to have coconut sugar, but I'm out right now. Leftover of my spices, turmeric and ginger. This is ground oats, so oat flour, and that's it. Okay, we covered the drawers. I hope it was relaxing, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.